Hi, my name is Bentley Olden and this is my Bianchi Oltre XR4. My name is Bentley Olden and this is my Bianchi Oltre XR4 rim brake, and it's a size 61, which is the biggest size that they make in this bike, which is a bit scary because if I grow any more then that's all I get. I'm 1.89 m tall, just for reference there, but I run a pretty forward position and with a long stem. I'm running Dura 9150 Di2 all round, which is awesome group set. Like, really lucky to be running that this year. In terms of power meter and SRM, it's a 172.5 crank length, which is pretty short considering my height, but I've always run that coming from a triathlon background. A 5339 at the front. With the Dura cranks, I've got the option to swap down to as low as a compact 5034, and at the back I'm running a 11 to 28, which is generally what we run on the team wheels, so it's even up bore, even though that was a bit of a grind, but I made it up, so I proved that pretty much that should be enough gearing for anything we tackle this year. On race day, we're running the C60 tubular, Duras of course, which are by far the best wheel I've ever ridden, to be honest, and being a bigger guy doesn't really bother me too much in the winds, so I pretty much run that day in, day out, but we do have the option of a C40, 40mm rim. Saddle, I'm running the Pro Stealth, which is been really good. I never really believed in them to start with, but when I got on them, you sit on the bike a completely different way, and it just really allows me to get into that low aero position a lot easier without anything getting in the way, so big fan of that one. Slammed all the way forward, or pretty much on the seat rails with the seat clamp flipped around, so it looks a little bit funny on there, but again, as I said, just like to run it really far forward. Pro Vibe Sprint stem, full carbon. It's 135mm long as Pro make, and yeah, it's an awesome stem. It really changes the feel of the bike, I find. Even last year I ran one on a different frame and it just completely changes the way the front end feels. Got a set of alloy bars on there, a traditional bend drop, which again, I've always run those, really like them, especially in the drops for sprinting. I like to run my brake levers nice and loose, pretty much to the bar, basically just so I find that with your hand, it's hard to explain, but with your hand closer to the bar, when you're braking, you get a bit more control. And also like sprinting as well, not so much with the Duras, but like other wheels, you sometimes get a bit of flex, and just running the pads as far away from the wheel as possible. So we got Duras pedals. I was running Looks before that. The Duras changed my life. They're just so much better than anything else. You don't get that like the play that comes in the Look pedals. You can change the tension on them as freely as you want. I run them pretty tight. I've got the Jaguar link cables on there. No real reason for running these other than I had them at home and they look really cool. They do bend a little bit easier when you put them in the car, and you don't have any problems with traditional cable breaking at the frame entry point, which sometimes does happen. Tires, I've got a set of 25mm Velo flexes. Actually this is a funny thing, I run on my training wheels, which are Dura C24 clinchers. I like to run the Velo flexes as well, which I know some people don't like running race tires for training, but the C24s are such good wheels that I'll run those for crits during the week over the summer, so it's nice to not have to change wheels and to have the confidence that you can hit the corners really hard because they're so grippy. And then also when it comes to race day, having the exact same tires on the tubulars, you just know exactly how the bike's going to handle. Ceramic Speed bottom bracket, which is just awesome. I installed that in December. I've done 14,000 Ks on the bike, apart from re-greasing the axle a few times, never had any issues with it. Got a chain catcher on there by K-Edge. It's also got the integrated magnet for the SRM. Bianchi Oltre XR4 doesn't come with a cover for the bottom bracket, it just comes with one for mechanical. So I just molded one out of carbon at home with a little bit of a bend and cut it out just to fill that, save a few grams maybe, but mostly just to stop water getting in through the bottom. Buttons on the top of the Duras hoods to change the gears up and down, which I wasn't a big fan of to start with, but now I've just gotten so used to it and I pretty much always change the rear derailleur using those. Down the back I've just got a little decal, JL, just a tribute to Jason Lowndes, because I was friends with back in the day, so it's nice to just have a little tribute to him on there. The overall build weight is about 7.1 as is, with the tubular C60s on, which is pretty bloody light for such a big frame, alloy bars, big stem, power meter, so yeah, I really can't complain. And that's my bike. I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions, leave them down below, and Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the road.